Hi, my name is Jeff Plunkett with jeffplunkett.com and redefining anxiety and depression. And today I want to talk specifically about anxiety and depression. However, I want to bring up two very specific words that I've noticed over the years of my practice in just observing in myself and in the people that I serve that really seem to change something, change a perspective, change a feeling, change the emotion of something from something that actually would be beneficial to something that we don't want, such as anxiety and depression. And if you've seen my videos before, you know that I don't actually use the words anxiety and depression. Typically, I usually use, instead of anxiety, I call it energy, and instead of depression, I call it rest. Now, that may not always be true, and it's often not true when we are avoiding and as opposed to being attentive. And that's the two words, avoidance and attentiveness. Now hear me out. Here's something that happened to me just recently, and actually I avoided something just this morning, and have for the last 2 days, I guess, that I need to take care of, and it just is draining my energy. Just thinking about it. And here's what happened. So we went on vacation last week. Every time we go on vacation, there's torrential rainfall here in Oklahoma. I don't know why that is, but every single time we go on vacation out of town, there is massive amounts of rainfall. The most we have in the entire year is always the week we're gone. I can't explain that, but it's true. It's Same was true last week, and we didn't even expect it actually, and then it was just crazy. But while we were gone, there was flooding. We have 8 acres. We live sort of out in the country, just a little bit outside of town, and that means that some of the land moves when there's lots and lots of when there's way too much rain. And so sometimes the land that moves is our gravel drive. It's a very long gravel drive, and this one section washed out, and so now I have to take care of it. So as soon as we get in Sunday evening and it's hot, it's a heat index of 113 or 412. I'm not really sure what it was. It was crazy hot. And so I went outside and I got my earth mover, which is my 2 arms, my shovel, and a wheelbarrow, and I start loading this thing up, and I'm hauling dirt down there and fill it up enough to where it won't be dangerous, but it's not done. And that's what I'm avoiding for the last few days. So I could have gone, I had a couple of cancellations last night. I could have gone home and taken care of it. I didn't. I avoided it. I could have gotten up early this morning. In fact, I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, and it's now 8 something, and I could have gotten out there and done it. I didn't. I avoided it. It would have been better because it wouldn't have been as hot. But I avoided it, and it's draining my energy. And that's often what happens is if you're thinking about an issue, you're thinking about a relationship, you're thinking about a task, you're thinking about a need, you're thinking about whatever it is, and you're avoiding it, what does that do to the energy that you have for that thing? It drains that energy from avoidance. But if you're attentive, and what I mean by when I say attentive, I don't mean impulsive. I don't mean aggressive. What I mean by that is that you at least make a plan that you intend to stick to. So you can do one of two things. You can take care of it right now. That's possible. Sometimes it's not. You take care of it later, maybe meaning in a short amount of time. Or you schedule it even. One of the things that I have my clients do is even for things like worry, I will have them put that on their calendar. And I usually, when I explain this, I usually say 2 o'clock on Thursdays. I don't know why that is. But 2 o'clock on Thursday, I'm going to schedule myself to worry about this thing. And it's a fascinating thing. What happens when you schedule it to worry about a thing, it's very hard to worry about it. But what you end up doing is you actually end up finding a solution to the problem, or recognizing there there is no immediate solution to the problem, which is one of the possible answers to being attentive. Is, look, there is no identifiable solution right now. We'll put it in that box and we'll bring it back out tomorrow, and we'll decide if it's still a problem that we can't solve. Or maybe it's a problem that we need to solve in partnership with somebody else. And so we're attentive about making those arrangements. Hey, I need this. I need you to help me with this. Can you do that? And if you can't, then I'll find somebody else who can. But it's not about avoiding, because if you avoid it, it turns into something you don't want. Be attentive. So here's your options. Again, I'll repeat them. You take care of it now, you take care of it a little bit later, or you take care of it in partnership with somebody else, or you put it into a box that says there is no identifiable solution right now, and you deal with it. All right? All of those are being attentive, as opposed to being avoidant. And in changing from avoidance to attentiveness changes the feelings that you have about something, because you suddenly have a sense of power, realistic power, not delusional power, but realistic power, to figure out what I'm going to do next. Either I'm going to take care of it now, a little bit later, in partnership with somebody else, or somebody else is, or there is no identifiable solution, and we'll leave it there until there is a solution. All right? I hope that's helpful to you today. Have a great day.